Good afternoon, viewers. Welcome back. Today I'm going to be making a mojo shrimp with my co-host Ashley over here. This mojo shrimp was actually featured in Hy-Vee Seasons magazine this month, so I just wanted to show you what you can pull out of this magazine and actually do at home by yourself.
The magazine.
This is the June issue.
This is the magazine. Where do you get this magazine?
You can get the magazine right up front. If you're at the Mustang Hy-Vee, there's a big TV. Underneath the TV, there's just a stack of magazines. They're free. So take one, take two, give one to your neighbor, give one to your brother, your sister.
There's a ton of good stuff in this.
Yeah, there's a ton of stuff.
Including what you're making today.
Yep.
Sweet.
So this is a mojo shrimp. Mojo is it's a Cuban dish. It's kind of a marinade. You use it in Cubano sandwiches, but today I'm going to be using it as a vinaigrette. It consists of, I'm going to do a little bit of olive oil. This is about 4 tablespoons. This is fresh orange juice, again about 4 tablespoons, kind of equal parts. And a little bit of lime juice, 2 tablespoons.
I feel like I could totally cook if you came to my house and had all these cute little bowls lined up and ready for me.
Mise en place.
Is that a thing? Can you do that every day or no?
I mean, that's one of the things we were taught right off the bat in culinary school. It's called mise en place. That's what this is make sure everything's ready before you're ready. And then it makes things cleaner, faster, a whole...
Otherwise you're running around the kitchen, burning crap because you're not paying attention.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Teaspoon of cumin. That's just ground cumin, nothing fancy, nothing special. And then over here we got a jalapeno pepper. We're gonna fine dice this, but I'm gonna glove up because peppers and oils and not paying attention, you suddenly rub your face and then you just feel not good.
Yeah, I feel a little burn in the eyeballs.
Doesn't feel great. So we're just gonna take half. This is a really, really big jalapeno. So we're gonna take just half. We're gonna take the seeds out of it. That's where most of the heat is. I don't want it to be super, super hot. Take the seeds out, and then I'm just gonna kind of flatten it out a little bit. I'm gonna cut it into thin strips first. Take those strips from sideways, and just now how much jalapeno you want is really up to you. If you don't want to use any, you think it's too hot, you can use a different pepper. You can use like a guajillo chili or something. They're not spicy at all, more sweet, or a hatch chili. So I'm just gonna add a little bit, maybe about a tablespoon to the vinaigrette right away, and then we can use the rest of that for a garnish if you like it spicy. We're just gonna whisk this together. And the reason we use the lime juice is because the traditional mojo is made with sour oranges, unripe oranges. And we use fresh produce here, so it's really hard to get unripe produce at Hy-Vee. So the lime juice kind of helps sour that out. That's why we use the lime juice and the orange juice. But if you have green oranges, you don't have to use the lime juice at all, actually. But that's traditionally what you would use. So this is just basically going to be the dressing for our salad over here. The next step, we have just 16 20-count shrimp. These are peeled, deveined. You can, if you want bigger shrimp, buy bigger shrimp. We have the jumbo grilling shrimp right over here. They're massive, the size of my hand. If you want a giant shrimp, or you can use the bay shrimp, which are the size of my fingernail. So we just want to hit these with a little fresh salt and pepper. We heat our little skillet over here. And I'm going to make this a couple different ways today. So I'm going to do a little healthier version. We're just going to, use it on a salad. And I feel like in the book they use it as nachos. And so we're going to go.
Yum.
I'm going to plate up both, and we're going to do the nachos. We're going to do the salad, and I'll see which one we like better.
That's really convenient for like houses that like maybe mom or dad's on a diet and is trying to eat healthier, but the other one's like, nah, not so much. I want the chips. It's a good option that you don't have to make two completely totally different dishes. You can just kind of mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, I got a little bit of black bean and corn salsa for when we use the chips. That way it kind of has a little bit more of a nacho feel to it. So since we're using olive oil in the vinaigrette, I want to use olive oil to sear off the shrimp. It's got a lot lower smoke point, so it's going to get smokier fast than your traditional canola oil, which is fine. Just be aware that your olive oil has a lower smoke point. So this is going to be a very summery dish, nice for June, nice cool weather stuff. So
Yeah. And the cool thing, guys, is that all of these things that he's making every Wednesday are all the ingredients are available right here in the store. He makes sure of it.
Yes.
You go out and shop it, make sure that these things are available for you guys to try out, because everybody's going to want to try it out right after they watch this. So that's the nice thing too.
Let's see here, that's warm. There we go. Oh, magic.
Yeah.
So like last time, you saw me cook shrimp. I just want to keep it, don't flip it too soon. Just let it kind of caramelize on each side and wait a couple minutes, flip it over. You just want
Always want to flip it too soon.
Yeah. You
I
want
get
it to
too
turn
scared.
Yeah. I don't want to burn it. I don't
I
want
don't
to
want
burn
to burn it, and then I flip it too soon.
it. You want to create the Maillard reaction, which is what makes it all crispy and golden. The snap crack, you might want to stand back.
Yep. I'm super sad because I bought a really cute apron to wear when I'm with you, and I forgot to bring it. You guys, so sad.
Unfortunate. Well, next time.
Next week.
Yeah.
I'm gonna remember.
The shrimp I'm using today are from the Gulf. They're wild caught, so nice sustainable program. We only do sustainable seafood here at Hy-Vee, so you're not going to find anything that's endangered or unethical. So all the seafood, all the meats here are pretty well screened. So
Okay, cool.
it's got about another minute and a half or so you can kind of see down here that it's not quite opaque. You can kind of still see it well. Once it turns all white, it's about 145 degrees is what you want to cook it at, and that's when your shrimp's going to be done.
You can actually kind of see it as it like gets done.
Kind of
When you
sneaks
watch,
up,
yep.
sneaks up there. This big guy in the middle. Flip him like that, and then we're going to turn the heat off. And set that to the side. It's a little carryover cook. So.
Got it.
Right.
Carryover cook.
Carryover cook. So off the heat, shrimp's still going to cook. I can take them off the heat and put them in a bowl, and they're still going to cook a little bit more.
Gotcha.
Kind of like when you cook a steak, you want to pull it before it's actually done, like for your likeness.
Right.
It's going to raise in temperature, and then once it rests.
Well, same with noodles too. I feel like for the longest time I would like be cooking noodles, and I'd be like, oh, they're not soft yet, and I keep cooking, and then all of a sudden it's like a mushy mess because I just didn't take into account that it might cook a little after I take it off.
So what I have here, just romaine lettuce. So I'm going to dress the romaine lettuce a little bit. The vinaigrette, it's going to go kind of a long way. So this is, as well as citrus, is going to be a very, very bright salad. So. Shrimp on there. Alright, what I have here is just a little bit of mango chopped up. When you go to pick out a mango, kind of give it a little squeeze. You want it to be soft, not really firm. And you can ripe it at your house, but just make sure it's a little soft. Go for the more colorful ones, not the green ones. The green ones are brand new, and they'll get more color as they sit. And that's how you know that they're ready to go. Just a little bit of mango, just a little sweetness to counteract all this acid on there. I have cotija cheese. It's Mexican cheese. It crumbles like feta. It has kind of a little Parmesan flavor. I mean, you give it a little smell. It's kind of so just a little cotija. And that'll add a little salt to it as well. I'm breaking the rules. I'm not using a glove for the jalapenos this time.
Rule breaker,
I know.
folks.
Also remember to wash my hands. Just a little fresh.
Walking on the wild side.
Living dangerously. Living dangerously. Alright. And there is just a really quick summer salad with some fresh shrimp, romaine lettuce, little mango, cotija cheese, and mojo vinaigrette. It's awesome, guys. Alright, next we're going to start on the nachos. Same process. Heat up the pan. This is a clean pan. Make sure that gets all warm, and then we're just going to hand me the chips over here. So we got
Look at me helping.
Yeah. We got
Ta-da!
We're using the red and the white chips today. You can find those across from the Asian department. They're on top of the big bunker with all the food over there. Can't miss them, can't miss them.
That's generally what I bring to every party is, I'll bring the chips and the paper plates.
Let's get this oil heating again. Same process, so we're gonna just salt and pepper. And here's my little friends. Like I said, just like a little minute and a half on each side till they get opaque. 145 degrees, perfect. So while those are cooking, I'm going to start building. Just using an oval plate. We'll get some of these chips out here. These are fried actually in Hy-Vee almost daily, so they're always fresh here. So
Ooh.
These are not brought in. These are made here.
I didn't know this.
Yes. Just want a little bit of the vinaigrette stuff on here. A little bit of green on nachos is okay.
Mm-hmm.
Back to the side. I have a little black bean and corn salsa. Get this in our aisle 3. So
Aisle 3, folks.
Hispanic Asian food aisle. So we're just gonna get a little bit of salsa on here. Who doesn't like chips and salsa?
I don't know. I've never met anyone like that.
Not friends of mine, that's for sure. Well, maybe I'll just take their portion. So.
That's true. Maybe it's a better friend.
Yeah.
You get their side. Their side.
So this is almost done. Heat off. Set that to the side.
Breaking the rules again.
Breaking the rules. Looks festive,
It does.
Too bad it's not July. We could have Christmas in July, right?
That's true.
It's all Christmas with the red and green.
Yep.
Alright. So now we have just the nacho version. So same animal, just a different carb count. Different carb count.
Just a tad. I feel like these are super great options. You're gonna look like you're like the mom diggity at cooking because they look super fancy, but it really wasn't that hard of a process to get there. It's all about the presentation too, I think.
Yep, and then there's a little bit of vinaigrette left over. If you like it, you can drizzle a little bit of vinaigrette on top of that. Save it for salads later. Marinate some chicken or some shrimp and cook it tomorrow.
Yeah, and in the summertime, I always feel like I'm not as hungry, especially at supper. It's been hot all day, if we've been outside. So these are great options for like a healthier option, but still yummy and tasty and not too like heavy.
Yeah, not heavy, you can still stay active.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thanks for showing me. Remember guys, this is right in the magazine for you. So you can pick these up right here at Hy-Vee. Turn to page 47, y'all, and cook this up.
Yep.
Sweet.
Takes about 5 minutes. Get all the ingredients together, you're good to go.
Yep, easy peasy.
All right. Thank you for watching.
Thanks, guys.
We just don't work out in a single plane of motion.
All right, so we have Autumn from Impact Athletic Performance with us this morning to talk about nutrition, to talk about one of my weaknesses, which is the sweets and sugars, and it's been really hard for me on my journey. So this is a perfect, I guess, rejuvenation for me, a talk that will do me good. Before the show started, we were talking about my bedtime snacks. Literally, starting as a kid, my mom, we had a bedtime snack, and it normally was something like yummy, a treat, whether she baked brownies that evening or whatever. I mean,
right,
it was always.
bed, too?
I know, it was right before bed, and then I was like a tiny little, like, skinny, like, it's one of those things that you're like, oh my gosh, if only I was as skinny and fit as I was in high school when I thought I was, like, so fat and it was just horrible. I would love that. But yes, sugar, sweets, my weak spot for sure.
If you are not the only one.
Yes, I'm sure.
I grew up with a major sweet tooth. Even before Scott met me, I worked on a golf course at Riverside. And being a Bev Cart girl, you're going. So I would grab nut rolls or Snickers or Monsters. Yeah.
Yep.
My life has had a total 180 since
those days.
Since those days. So yeah, today we're going to be talking about shocking facts about sugar consumption and hidden sugars. And also at the very end, we're going to talk about some of the healthier options that we have for sweet treats. So, you have a sweet tooth.
Yes.
We talked about this even before, what was it? Sour Patch Kids, wasn't it?
I like Sour Patch Kids. I also have a thing for Hostess donuts, the little mini chocolate ones.
Okay. It's okay.
Bad.
It's all
so
right.
bad.
It's all right.
But it's true.
Yeah.
It's the truth.
I mean, we were talking about this when I was pregnant during COVID and going to school. Obviously, I was a little antsy and needed a little getaway, and Scott introduced me to concrete Culvers. So during my third trimester in my pregnancy, it happens. We're all guilty of it.
And as soon as you get it,
oh gosh, it was delicious.
Yeah, as soon as you get, whether it be that concrete mixer or whatever it is, that sugary sweet treat, it leaves you craving more.
You want more of it. Yes.
Yes.
So, fun fact about that, sugar is 8 times more addicting than cocaine.
Yeah.
So, it is purely a trigger point, and also just in your brain, you just want more of it. You are craving it, you desire it. So in that breakdown, when we look at sugar, 4 grams, when we do measurements, 4 grams of it is a teaspoon. So here's one of my fun examples. Good old Coca-Cola here.
Yep.
20 ounce regular soda typically has about 64 to 65 grams of added sugar.
Yeah.
Now, when we look about what we are recommended to consume by American Heart Association, they actually say that women can consume up to 25 grams of added sugar in a day. And men are allowed 36 grams of added sugar in a day. This is what 65 grams of sugar looks like in Coca-Cola or in Mountain Dew.
Here.
In this bottle right here, this is how much added sugar is in there. Now, 16 teaspoons of sugar this is right here.
Wow.
Now women, they recommend, we can go up to 25 grams. That is, over double the amount, and then half double the amount with men.
Yep.
So that is kind of an eye-opener right there. I know quite a few people that can go almost 2 bottles a day.
Yeah.
So you're multiplying than what you need to be doing.
Yeah.
I suck at math, guys, so let's just get that out in the open. I'm not a math person,
No.
but this is quite the eye-opener.
Yeah.
I've had some athletes that, will go through 2 cans a day. And it's a situation that's hidden that we don't realize.
Hello, I'm Tennille with R7 Reclaimed, located in Grandview, Iowa. We mix old and new goods together so that you can find the story of your home. When you get here, you will find a mix of old and new goods that are put together so seamlessly you won't even be able to tell which is which. And not only that, it's going to speak to you and your home. We are worth the road trip. We call it the R7 road trip. So punch in 337 Cemetery Lane, Grandview, Iowa into that GPS and make the road trip.
All right, so what I want you to do first is that we're just going to do
Here at Totem Muscatine, we believe it's important to be strong supporters of our local community.
And that's why we donate thousands upon thousands of dollars to local Muscatine charities each year.
It's the reason why all of our employees are local to the area and have a vested interest in our community.
Even Daisy and Dilly keep it local by visiting the local dog park.
So remember, when you shop Totem Muscatine, you're not only sure to get great service, but you're here also supporting local.